Welcome to Nach Simanim. I'm Jacob Thomas, and today we'll be learning Shmuel aleph perek lamed. This perek begins after Achish uh, told David that uh, even though he would like David to stay, the men would do a mutiny, and therefore David has to leave. David comes home to Tziklag and find that Amalek have raided the city, burned it, taken their wives, their sons, their daughters captive. And the men are weeping and crying until they have no strength left, and are contemplating even stoning David for leaving to war. During this time, David finds strength in Hashem. He turns to Eviatar, who has the Urim Tumim, asks God, "Should I overtake the Amalekim? Will I? Will it happen?" And God says, "Yes, you shall, and you will overtake them." So God goes, so David goes and attacks them. Leads 200 men who are too exhausted to cross the river, the brook of Besor, and they stay behind to guard the baggage. The 400 remaining people who are starving, who continue, and find a starving Egyptian slave that was abandoned by his Amaleki master. David's men feed him, and the Egyptian gives them clear directions to the Amalek camp, saying that he was left by them. Now David launches a surprise attack, defeats them, and recovers everyone and everything, including his two wives, plus spoils from the Amalekim, who must have raided other cities. And when he comes back, he splits the profit, the spoils, between the 200 people that stayed behind and the people that fought in war, creating a law for generations that even those who stay behind to guard the package still get equal share in those who go to war. And then he gives gifts to Yehuda, who has helped him. So as a recap, we have the tragedy at Ziklag, where David found that everything was destroyed. We have the inquiring of Hashem of whether he should pursue those who attacked him. We have the Egyptian guide who they find, and the victory against the Amalekim with the new law enacted by David. We're in perek lamed, so just like Zichru, we use a teacher. Lamed milamed, which is a teacher. David hires a teacher for the children he rescued from captivity. This reminds us how David rescued his entire people from captivity after he returns back from being with Achish before the war, when he was kicked out, finding that all of his town was destroyed. He then goes and rescues them from captivity, destroying them, and brings them back and hires a teacher because he spreads the money equally among all the people. One more time with the simon, David hires a teacher for the children he rescued from captivity. We're going to do a 4 perek back chazar, starting with perek chavav, in which we use a military coup. David sneaks past the military coup to steal the king's spear and jar, proving that he spared his life. This reminds us how Shaul again was trying to attack David. David, during the night, snuck past the military, who were under a divinely produced slumber. He steals the jar and the spear, proving that he saved his life. Wakes up Shaul and the people and says, "Look, you were supposed to protect your king." And Shaul's like, "Whoa, you didn't try to kill me." David could have. Perek Chavzayin, in which we use a kazoo. Chavzayin, kazoo. David plays the kazoo in celebration of his joining the Plishtim army. This reminds us how David realizes that Shaul will never stop attacking him, so he goes to the Plishtim territory to leave and pretends that he's now joined the Plishtim and pretends to attack Jewish cities. In reality, he's just attacking Plishtim cities and killing everyone. Perek Chavchet, in which we use a strong man. The really strong witch pulls the spirit of an old man from the grave for King Shaul. This reminds us how Shaul was about to attack the Plishtim. God wasn't talking to him. He was very scared. They're in him, Navim, dreams, nothing. And he decides to go to a witch, which he has historically eradicated from Bnei Israel, and gets Shaul called. Shaul gives Shmuel Melech, Shmuel Hanavi, gives one last prophecy to Shaul about his destruction and how God has left him, leading Shaul to become very scared, leading to perek Tet, where we use a cot. The Plishtim throw away the cot as David was laying on it. This reminds us how David joined the Plishtim in their army. King Achish was very happy about this. The people were not. We're going to start immunity, leading Achish to tell David, I don't want this, but you have to go home. Leading David to go back to Tziklag, where he finds what happened in this perek. We are going to now do a 10-question pop quiz. In which perek do the Plishtim suffer the plague of tumors after capturing the Aron HaKodesh? Perek Hey. In which perek does David decree that those who fight and those who guard the baggage share the spoils equally? Perek Lamed. In which perek does Elkanah give his favored wife Hannah a double portion of the sacrifice? Perek Aleph. In which perek does David rescue his wives and children from the Amalekim? Perek Lamed. In which perek is Shaul found hiding among the baggage when he is publicly chosen as king? Perek Yud. In which perek does Shaul lose the kingship for sparing Agag and the best of the Amalek sheep? Perek Tet Vav. In which perek does David visit his brothers at the battlefield and hear Goliath's taunts? Perek Yud Zayin. Which perek do David and Yonatan make a tearful goodbye in the field after the new moon feast? Perek Chaf. In which perek does King Shaul consult with the witch of Endor before the battle of Gilboa? Perek Chaf Het. Shmuel Shoftim bonus question. In which perek does Delilah cut Shimshon's hair, draining his strength? Perek Tet Zayin. That is it for today. May we be zoche to finish all of Nach, one perek at a time, and remember it day after day. Have a wonderful day.